So someone disrespects you. You feel that initial sting, right? That immediate urge to fire back. Yeah, we all know that feeling. Our instinct is to defend ourselves, to push back. But what if the strongest move you can make isn't to fight at all? What if the real power is in saying nothing?
Okay, let's just get right into it with a question we've all got to ask ourselves. When that happens, is that gut reaction, that need to defend our honor with some kind of witty comeback, is that really a sign of strength? Or could it be something else entirely?
This idea isn't new. Just look at this quote. It nails the problem perfectly. The moment you lash out, the second you let them get under your skin, you're not in control anymore. They are. You've just handed them the keys to your own emotions.
And that brings us to our first big idea, what we can call the reaction trap. You have to understand that an impulsive emotional response is often exactly what the other person wanted from you in the first place. Think about it this way. Disrespect is just bait on a hook. And people who are unhappy or insecure, well, they want to pull you into their storm. By reacting, you're not just taking the bait, you're letting them reel you in and giving them exactly what they crave, power over your peace of mind. So if reacting is the trap, how do you get out of it? Well, the antidote is something that's both really simple and honestly pretty profound. It's realizing that your silence is your greatest strength. And let's be really, really clear here. We are not talking about being a pushover or just pretending it didn't happen. No way. This is strategic silence. It's an active, conscious choice that shows you have discipline and that you're the one in the driver's seat of your life. And this just illustrates the difference perfectly. I mean, look at it. Loudness often seems powerful, but if you dig down, it's usually coming from a place of insecurity, a need for someone else to say you're okay. But silence, true strategic silence, that comes from a place of genuine confidence. It's the quiet calm of someone who already knows their own value. This metaphor just sums it all up, doesn't it? Real strength, real self-worth, it doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. It doesn't need to constantly defend itself. It's just known. When you carry yourself with purpose, you don't need to roar to prove it. Okay, this next section is going to reframe this whole thing in a really practical way. I want you to start thinking of your personal energy, your focus, your peace, your drive. I want you to think of it like currency, like money in the bank. Imagine you start every single day with a full account, 100% of your energy, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to spend it. Now look where that energy could be going. Your personal growth, your goals, your own well-being. But see that little slice for reacting to negativity? Every bit of energy you spend on a pointless argument is energy you can't invest back into yourself. It's just a bad trade every single time. So this is why silence acts like a shield for that valuable energy. It protects your peace. It keeps you focused on what actually matters. And maybe, best of all, it denies the other person the reaction they were hoping to get. You basically win by refusing to even play their game. So, we've talked about playing defense. Now let's switch to offense. And by that, I don't mean fighting back. I mean, let's take all that energy we've saved and reinvest it. Let's talk about how to let your success become your noise. The idea here is really simple, but it's a game changer. Arguing is just a distraction. You can spend your whole day talking, trying to defend yourself, but real, undeniable impact, that only comes from what you do. And this is the roadmap. It starts with them disrespecting you, but instead of reacting, you stay silent. You turn that energy inward and you build. And over time, your results, your progress, what you've created, they start to show. And pretty soon, your success becomes the only response that matters. It's a response no one can argue with. This quote just drives the point home. When you are genuinely focused on building your life, on leveling up, you honestly don't have the time or the mental space for petty arguments. Your own progress becomes the ultimate rebuttal. It just drowns out all the noise. All right, let's wrap this up by completely reframing what it means to walk away. It is not defeat. It's the ultimate expression of dignity and self-respect. It's a power move. This is such a critical mindset shift. You have to get this. The disrespect you receive is almost never a true measure of your worth. Most of the time, it's just a window into their own world, their insecurity, their bitterness, their pain. You don't have to pick up the baggage they're trying to hand you.
This chart just makes the boundaries crystal clear. You are responsible for how you respond, for protecting your own peace, and for staying focused on your goals. They are responsible for their own actions and their own inner turmoil. The key is to never, ever confuse the two.
And really, this is what it all comes down to. True self-respect isn't about winning every fight. It's about being wise enough to know which fights are even worth your energy in the first place. Choosing to walk away is a sign of incredible strength.
So I'll leave you with this final question to take with you. The next time you're faced with this choice, which one are you going to prioritize? Their temporary, meaningless words, or your lasting, incredibly valuable peace? The choice, as always, is yours to make.